Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Like I said in my last vlog, I'm starting 3 new shows on this channel, and today it's time to premiere my second show. I'm super excited for you to see it, and with that, let's roll it. Roll the intro. Roll the intro.
All right, this is the bag you want. I'm like 95% sure on this.
All right, welcome to Slightly Informed. The first show. It's a show where I can't keep my mouth shut about things that I know just enough about. Today's episode is for you content creators. As content creators, one of our most important tools is our computer, our editing machine. Whether that's a desktop, whether that's a laptop, whether that's a Windows or Mac machine, it's an important tool for you. All I know is that I'm always out there looking for that dream machine laptop. A thin and light, portable laptop that can edit flawlessly and save me tons of time. All right, so here is where I spend hours and hours of my time editing. Another one of my editing spots, also here and here, and sometimes here. So I got a new laptop. I got this laptop, the Gigabyte Aero 15x. All right, so let's talk specs real quick. It's got an Nvidia GTX 1070. It's got an 8th gen Intel Core i7 8750H processor. It's got a 4K panel, and it's 100% Adobe RGB accurate. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's got a 512 gig M.2 PCLE NVMe Gen 3 SSD. Whew, it's a mouthful. It's a gaming laptop, but it's also pretty thin and light. It can really do it all. So let's first of all talk about some of the things that I love about this laptop. All right, so the first thing that I love about this laptop is the 4K screen. It's super pretty, super high resolution, and 100% Adobe RGB color accurate. All right, so the second thing I love most about this laptop are the ports. There are a lot of ports. I love ports, and this laptop has them. It's got all the USB connection ports you would want. It's got USB-A, it's got USB-C ports, it's got a lot of them. But the port that I love most about this laptop is the SD card slot. And it's not just your ordinary SD card slot. It's a UHS Type 2 SD card slot, which means that you'll be able to transfer at rates up to like 300 megabytes per second. When you compare it to a lot of laptops right now that you have to have a dongle to get that SD card slot, that's just one extra thing that you don't want to deal with. The third thing that I love most about this laptop might be a little surprising. It was surprising to me, and that's the build quality. It's an aluminum chassis, and so it feels sturdy. There's no noticeable flex in the body. I think it's probably the second best build quality of thin and light gaming laptops, behind only the Razer Blade 15. That's just my opinion, but that's how it's felt to me. All right, so the last thing that I've really loved about this laptop is the performance. And there's a little more to this that we'll talk a little bit later, but the performance overall has been really good. Once you get this laptop set up, it performs like a beast. I'm not a huge benchmark guy, but I'll show you a couple benchmarks that I ran, and you can take it as you will. Before I get into the things that I didn't like so much about this laptop, I want to hear what you thought about this laptop. So this next segment is called You Review. You Review.
Hi, I'm Nick. Are you tired of 1, 2, or even 3K gaming? Why not try 4K gaming? By the Aero 15. Why run on any less Ks?
Thank you. Let's move on with the show. Let's get to the things that I don't love about this laptop so much. All right, so the first thing that I don't love about this laptop is the thermal throttling. Now, you can fix the thermal throttling with undervolting, but it still throttles occasionally. Out of the box, it throttles right away. All thin and light throttle, but this is just no exception. It throttles with the rest of them. It just does not have the proper cooling in such a thin laptop to support the hardware. The second thing that I do not love so much about this laptop is just the overall setup of it. I don't know if it's the software or just how the laptop is set up out of the factory, but it does not perform good. There's a lot of bloatware, and it is slow. Honestly, I thought about returning this straight out of the box. After researching online, you'll find this is pretty common. You can find lots of forums on this. I'll link below a couple of the forums that I used, but To be quick, you have to reinstall Windows, and you're gonna have to reinstall all the drivers and go through a process of doing that. Once you do all that, you can get it performing well. But that process takes time, and that's kind of an overall theme that's a little frustrating with this, is this laptop takes work to get in the place that you want it to be. So the last thing about this laptop that was kind of a deal breaker, honestly, for me is the screen. Unfortunately, I got dead pixels on the screen. Got about 1 inch of dead pixels on this screen after having it for about 3 weeks. I'm probably returning this laptop. Having said all that, there is no perfect laptop. No laptop is going to meet all of your needs, and they will all have issues at some point in time. For me, this laptop had just one too many issues. It took just a little bit too much time to get working well. All right, that's all for today. Thanks for watching Slightly Informed. I really do appreciate your time. If you do find yourself slightly more informed, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget about that subscribe button. Smack it, poke it, touch it, tap it, whatever you want to do to it, just click it. All right, that's all. Thank you. Bye.